Oh my god. Nope, that's not a twist.
I got a.
No, fuck you guys.
I gotta.
Nope, fuck you.
That's you gotta open them both.
No, it doesn't work like that.
I really hope you open them both.
Oh, there we go.
Okay, so get it on. Hi, this is the take 2 of the podcast.
The two funniest guys and our host, equally funny.
I would hope so. So the rule with this room is, I thought it would be cooler than the shitty boardroom with all like the office vibe and all that sort of shit, right?
Ori's head being like all up in Cody's.
I know.
Yeah,
People want to see this. This makes you money.
I know,
Yeah.
he totally blocked you. And I knew that was happening when we were filming.
I knew it too, but then I was like, what do I do? Because we're straight on.
Yeah.
It's not like
slapping.
I have a short torso.
You gotta do the slap.
It hurts. It hurts after a while. Just stand straight.
So, but with this rule comes, with this room comes a rule. And the reason I didn't want to film in here was because it's above a garage. And every time the door opens, there's that alarm, right? That goes off. And
That's what causes that alarm?
Yeah.
Yep, it's people
I thought
like...
another like fairy got its wings. No.
I think it's angels, not fairies.
Oh hey, you remember? You believe in your thing?
Leave
I'll
their
believe in
sexual
mine.
orientation out.
You believe?
Angels can be fairies.
That's true.
Nothing wrong with that.
Well, I don't know. According to some, they probably.
So, but if that does happen, then like everybody has to drink. And I was gonna have it like we could take a shot. We could maybe do that with future ones or something like that. But yeah, that's how it works. So instead of it just being annoying, it's kind of
It adds to it.
a drink prompt. So
I
yeah,
like it.
so there we go.
Cool.
Welcome to the studio, lounge, ledge, whatever. This room has so many names.
Yeah.
Well, yeah.
I think the officials the ledge.
The ledge.
I know
No, well,
that's
that's
like the door painting a while ago.
So they.
That, it's been.
That competition has been going on for a year. So we've got a door, a blank gray door, and they're trying to make it more interesting by coming up with a design or getting someone to paint on it. I thought my idea was
busy.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh yeah. I think it'll be cool once it's done though.
Well, I thought the best idea was to have a Han Solo on it in carbonite.
Oh yeah. Yeah. That's
A
good.
Greg Serby.
Yeah.
E-learning.
So, what do you guys think? Anything to talk about? I would like to say, I'll start it off with bitching about something that I'm kind of passionate about. Shit, I could bitch about this all day. But basically, so I've got this friend in Vancouver, and he's dating a vegan. And I don't know if you guys have, are you guys vegetarians or vegans or anything?
Nope.
There's a variety of different levels.
Yes, but I find the most complicated part of that is when you're dating one. So, and the thing that sucks with that is that when you're living with that person, like if you're making meals for two, it sucks to have to make one meal for like a vegan person and then like one meal for yourself. And I find guys just
It's like you have to make a meal for yourself and a meal for the baby. You know? Because the baby can't eat all the things that I can't eat.
But at least the blender, you can just throw it in a blender. And...
Well, that's kind of what it reminds me of, because my son, when he was really young, was a bit picky with stuff. But he's always been a picky eater. But like, if I made like a really big, and like when I cook, I just throw in everything. I just like I chop up every kind of vegetable there is and make a fucking deluxe meal. But my son didn't like green shit. He didn't like peppers or onions or anything. Like he just would want pasta with meat. So I would kind of make that base meal and then take his bit out and then add the stuff for like me and my wife. And I don't know, that didn't seem like that big of a deal to me. But like I've got this friend that has been promoting a lot of.
That's so magic.
Oh, you can make it so we have to drink until it stops.
Oh, I need a bib.
Later.
Yeah, that's tolerance.
But yeah, so this friend of mine who's like, he used to be like me and stuff, where like he didn't really give a fuck about anything in the world. But lately
he still doesn't.
Yeah. But lately on Facebook, he's all like about animal rights and like promoting vegan health and stuff like that. And I know that's like rubbing off on like his girlfriend who he's been with for like a couple of years and stuff, and they've been living together. So
it aids the relationship when you both share the same value.
Yeah, so I understand why it's happening, but it's a bit weird. And I'm also just like, because I have another friend too who's married, and he's been married for probably like 10 years or something like that. And his wife has always been a vegetarian, and he's always been like a big meat guy. And he said, yeah, like it's a real bitch to have to make like 2 different meals, and he's got like a kid, so he's like at one time he was cooking 3 separate meals for 3 separate people, and yeah, that shit just sucks.
Well, it just shows the differences in compromise.
Yeah.
Like, so your one friend who's a meat eater, he compromises in that, okay, we'll put in the extra work for making 2 different meals. The other one's just full compromise, more leaning towards her kind of values, and so he's just gonna eat vegetables and kind of follow her.
Or or maybe they have to, like, he makes his meal, she makes her meal. Granted, the kitchen might be quite kind of squished, so that'd be tricky.
Yeah.
I feel like you need to project more.
Oh yes, oh yeah. So both of them both of them would be responsible for their own meal.
Yeah, but that's not a permanent solution.
No, yeah, that would be in a perfect world where everyone has a huge kitchen and ample amounts of time.
Well, you see, when it comes to shit like that, like I really enjoy cooking as an activity. So like I quite like spending an hour on a meal, or like, you know, just in the kitchen just cooking and shit. It's kind of like my me time. I used to like that when I'd get home from work, and I'd get home to like my wife and my kid, and like when I cook was like the only time I kind of had to myself. So I would kind of draw that out as much as possible. So I was quite happy making different meals and everything. But the whole root of this conversation is more the, like, do you guys think that a vegan diet is really healthy?
I'll say that reducing your meat content, like eating meat, is probably good for your diet, but removing it entirely, and you'd have to do a lot of extra work in order to substitute that.
Yeah, because
both in vitamin supplements. I know, yeah, it is a tough test. We're not really professionals, so this is just simply from our point of view. But you have to do a lot of extra work to make sure that you're eating the proper foods that would make up for that lack of protein. Lack of protein. Yeah, your body doesn't need that much calcium, so like when you get older, so that's fine. It's trickier when you enforce that same value on your children.
That's right. I would kind of be like,
yeah, especially in like when your body is like really developing. Right?
Yeah. So that's where that gets like, I think when you
look like you're boner hiding, Cody.
I'm drool hiding.
Those gray chicks get me hot.
Don't listen to them.
Yeah.
That's an interesting point though, because my friend said that he's actually, because I questioned it, I was like, what the fuck, like vegan shit, like really, like, because I know this guy used to, me and him used to get like a 12-pack of beer and just like 2 slabs of meat. So I think he's probably making more of a conscious effort to watch what he eats and care what he puts in his body. He is trying to lose weight.
There you go. So that's a good way. It's certainly a good way of doing it. Really, it comes down to control.
Yeah, but he also said that he's taking like vitamin supplements and stuff like that to kind of balance it out.
That's a very responsible way of doing it.
What I think about, and this is the real root of my, I don't know, sort of argument on this sort of topic, is as mankind, and this is getting into a really big thing, gets more socially developed and evolves along those lines, the more detached we get from being like natural sort of animals and relying on, just stuff like that. Like instead of being animals, we're becoming something else, right? And our bodies are changing because of that. So we're like, I feel as though physically we're de-evolving. When you get like fucking fat people that can't walk up a flight of stairs, I'm like, that's really bad. That's abundance.
We through our science and through our technology, we've created an abundance for ourselves.
Well, so technology is accommodating laziness.
Yeah, abundance and indeed laziness. Sure.
Yeah.
So it's a two-pronged attack on humans to, it's we can live, well, not for very long, but it's attainable.
But as far as diet, like when you look at it from that perspective, it kind of brings up a double-edged argument on it where naturally, people are carnivores. Oh fuck, drink. Yeah. Man, I don't even hear it.
Yeah.
You're just sitting there waiting for it.
Because we don't really
understand on yourself. Though. You have to drool.
Don't bring you with you.
Cody's got a drinking problem.
I don't want to be singled out. You know what? Actually, I think because we clue it out, I think the last person to drink should get a shot in the arm or something, or maybe a drink more.
Like a shot of tequila in the arm?
Yeah.
In the eyes.
Yeah.
I used to have a bottle of vodka.
Whoever hears it first and drinks, and the last person who catches on.
That'd be good.
That's a drinking game.
Yeah, that'd be good actually.
Because we obviously don't freaking.
I'd be on that.
Yeah. Well, yeah.
We'll do that next week. We'll actually get shots, and the last person has to do it.
A Tabasco shot or something.
And then, that'll be good because everybody will actually be listening for it.
Yeah.
Yeah, we'll just not even think about the conversation, but what'd you say? What'd you say?
The actual conversation goes completely downhill.
Just saying words.
Yeah, I agree with you, Ted. I'm not drinking that.
Fuck.
Well, just and one thing too is also a lot of it is business because high fructose corn syrup really cheap to make. It's 100 times sweeter.
That's the Bane of America.
And it really is.
No. Now the new Bane of America is
Bane.
No, is Bane.
Hello.
Of course.
Hello.
Of course.
That was a good one. You just gotta.
Of course. Of course.
Anyway.
You can drink when I say this.
When you
then you have my permission.
You will have my permission to drink.
I guess that's what happens when you live in a hole your whole life.
Yeah. You develop a weird accent.
You're your own country.
Well, he's Russian in the comics.
Bainopia.
Isn't he? He's supposed to be Russian.
I don't know. Well, he apparently was born in that hole.
No, he wasn't. Talia was.
Oh, that's that. Yeah, you got me there.
Yeah. Anyways.
What was I going to say? Oh, yes.
The true Bane
is soy products now.
Soy products?
Because they're apparently very similar to estrogen.
Yeah, your body metabolizes it.
And also may cause breast cancer. So that is also a filler in everything. If you look in everything, it's in everything. So I think in moderation it's fine, but because we've added it as a substitute to everything, like glucose, like high fructose corn syrup, it's in everything. You can't get around it. So you're constantly eating that.
I think I've noticed
in processed foods.
I think I've noticed people trying to avoid that recently because someone came into a coffee shop or something and ordered a non-dairy latte without soy.
Almond milk.
Yeah, I was like, how the fuck do you do that? Because I thought soy was the...
No, almond milk or rice milk. And that's the thing is that because it's in everything, that's why it's so bad. On its own, there may be further refinements that may add to its potency. It's up in the air. It's up in the air. It is moderation. That's why they say to reduce processed goods is because it has
all these fillers.
These fillers that we get tons of, anyways. It just stacks up, and that's always the tricky part with FDA and stuff like that. Is they go, well, in this small amount, it's fine. It's fine in this. It's like, well, how much do we consume in all the other products in a day? Especially even for makeup too. Women in makeup. They're like, oh, well, this chemical in here is fine. Well, if you tally it up, everything that they use in a day,
it turns like the original Batman.
It turns into a toxic substance,
especially daily eye makeup combined.
Like you're injecting one of the most deadly toxins in your.
I've never understood that shit. The whole Botox thing.
Man,
I've only seen it go bad. I don't know if I don't know. Maybe because I don't notice when it's good. Maybe that's what it is. But
well, and
I suppose essentially that's it, right? If it goes good, then you just see.
You don't know about it.
Person.
Yeah.
But
and they'll be happy to let you think that. They will not tell you the secret behind the
yeah, it's just I'm a a gilf. Yeah, I'm 70, but I look 20.
Yeah.
Well, and the thing is like my biology teacher is like a gram of like Botox, or I don't know what the real word is.
I will get back to that.
Yeah,
I'm trying to remember that.
It'll kill like a population of LA, like if it goes airborne, because it's so toxic. Like botulism, that's where it comes from. Like Botox is the bacteria or whatever.
Yes.
I'm talking like out of turn.
So it's basically like
I'm not
like a kind of anthrax.
Yes.
Yeah.
It is an army grade.
It's like naturally forming, but if it's because that's why they say don't eat canned foods that have bulges in the can, because that means it's got air into it and they started to kind of like grow. It allows. Yeah, that's why Botox, and it'll kill you if you have it. You'll be dead by morning. Like he told us like news stories. Our biology teacher, sweetest guy, retired, just taught like substitute.
Did you say he was the sweetest guy or a Swedish guy?
The sweetest guy. He might have been Swedish, but he had no accent.
The Swedish.
The Swedish.
That's like a TV show.
Yeah, that's a good.
His name was Barry. We call him the sweetest Barry. Switch Barry.
I like
that.
that.
Delicious.
But dangerous, man. I don't know. People are crazy. Capitalism.
The drive to be beautiful. Forever.
That drive's short for me.
To the end of the driveway.
I turn around and go home.
And then I have to whip my hair back after I do that stealing the water.
I want to grow my hair long again. I was watching videos of man.
I see you as a guile through and through.
Here too.
I see you as like Guile, and that's who you are.
Guile? No, I want to be Gambit.
Yep.
Whoa.
What?
I'm gonna show this to the viewers if you can zoom in.
Let me see that. Holy shit.
Yep.
Wow.
That is unbelievable.
But
That's my
you're
current
self
fame.
with long hair too?
Yeah, man. Mainly because.
Oh yeah, you're BC, sure.
I used to be. Well, no, this was in England because I.
fucking
When I went to England, I got in like a really shitty like grunge band in the mid '90s. That's weird, isn't it? But like all we really did was like Nirvana and Stone Temple Pilot covers.
Worth it.
So I grew my hair out, kind of looked like Kurt Cobain.
Friends that keep.
That old chestnut. And then I was also hanging out with like a bunch of skaters, and all their hair was like fucking really long. So I was trying to catch up with them.
Yeah.
I got a video of like when I did some chair surfing stuff.
You should clip that in.
Put it in the link dump? That's not bad.
Link dump?
Just like edit it in. Just as we're talking, it'll be like just flashes.
I guess.
It's kind of like that
Bouncing
Steve Harder one.
Yeah, I don't want to make these ones that much work involved, but I suppose I could do that.
Needs to add to it. Especially for the pilot, it needs to have a hook.
I guess. Yeah. It's got to be
Is this the second one? Are we going to air the other one or no?
No, we're not.
Nah.
What? Oh, what am I talking about?
The other one doesn't exist. What? This is our first take. Well, I already introduced it as the second, but whatever.
Experimentation, R&D Fridays.
Okay, so we just bitched about vegans for 15 minutes.
Well, not so much bitching, just
I did.
Explored
the
reasons, the pitfalls, the benefits.
See, one thing, an argument that I have with myself is that, going back to like the nature thing, is that like people, I think we're carnivorous by nature.
We can afford to be picky.
Yeah.
With the abundance of food, we can afford to say, no, I don't want to eat this. Because...
Oh, shit. Are these twist off? I don't want that.
Yeah, Rick is there.
Yeah, you should go.
Oh, no, I'm the last to drink.
Yeah, so
next time I'll take... Oh!
Rick, let's do this!
Just pull.
Smack to the temple?
It's going to reach a point where like we don't drink in between buses, I think.
Well, it depends what time we do it too, because I mean, the later we go, there's gonna be fewer people coming in. Out.
Yeah, well, that's kind of why I always want to do it like 4 to 5, sort of when people are leaving work from upstairs and stuff. That's the second one.
Oh. Rounded up pretty quick.
Yeah, you said you only wanted half.
Yeah, no. Shut up! Shut up!
Yeah, he was like, I only want half of it.
I gotta try. I'll just get a ride out there.
The road to hell is paved with good intentions.
So, Cody, where are you going camping again?
McLean Creek.
I don't know what that is. Is that in Alberta?
It's Bray Creek. You know where we had the company party?
Yeah.
Yeah, just it's like 10 minutes from there.
Well, it's gonna be wonderful weather.
That's pretty close.
Yeah, it's close. It's about like 45 minutes.
Why are you going camping there?
Because it's crown land, so you don't have to worry about being too loud or anything. Campsites are all far away. Like,
yes, that's what I was thinking. Oh, that's cool. That's great. I hate that when it's like little wispy trees in between. Like,
hi. You feel bad because there's like 8-year-old kids and like a family.
Yeah.
Celebrations.
I was totally that asshole. I went on a camping trip to Oregon. Actually, it was a surf trip, but we were camping
Oregon's
as well.
nice.
And we got there at like midnight, and I was already sort of drunk from like the drive or something like that. And like we showed up, and I'm like, "What's up, motherfucker?" And I was just like talking so loud. When I get drunk, my volume goes up.
I think.
And so does my asshole. Ness. Not stick my ass. But yeah, like, fuck, man, I was such a dick, and like, even like the people like told me to shut up, and I didn't realize because we got there late, and I was just like, you know, and then like the next day I realized they had like 2 kids, like 5 or 4 or something like that, and I was like, I felt so bad because I was already a dad by that point too, so. Oh. So I'm just gonna keep it. But yeah, fuck, man, I felt so bad. I hate. That's the worst thing is that when you're a parent, and you realize some people are like douchebags because they don't respect other people that have kids. But you can also dismiss it as like they don't know any better because they don't have kids.
That's my argument for so many things. People are oblivious. Like working retail, people are oblivious of what they're doing, and like that's where I first kind of noticed it. And then you just go around and you're like, because like when I went camping last week, it was also Crown Land too. But there's a kid who was on a motorbike, and you're not allowed to actually ride like recreational vehicles on this road to keep down traffic. And he just kept going up and down, just ripping back and forth by our campsite. And I mean, like, we're partying, so we're like having a good time. But the next day is like keep doing it, and we're just like, okay, can you just? It literally goes for like 10, 15 kilometers in the this area. It's like you can do it anywhere else. So we talked to him because it is like illegal. Like you can get fined for that. And he was just totally oblivious. Like he didn't even realize. Like ripping back and forth on a little.
Like he didn't know or he didn't care.
He didn't know that he was bothering anyone. But I mean, you're just like revving back and forth. It gets annoying. And
well, was it you that made that?
It was actually the girls went up first.
It's the girls that guys are like, I can live with it. Yeah. I can deal with that. I just avoiding confrontations. Like, you know what? Let's just have another beer. And the girls are like,
I'm the worst confrontation.
I know. What happened? What happened to it? Like you see all these things like men are aggressive. And we're like if there's someone downstairs like pounding music, and you're like, I can bob my head to this. And the girls were like, what are you going to do about this? And you're like, I really don't want to go down there. It's like, I don't want to go down there, but it's bothering me. It's like,
yeah, but shit like that, it's like, it changes depending on who sorts it out, right? Because like there's that big ego thing now where if you're a guy going to tell another guy to stop shit, he'll instantly get defensive.
Dude, it's
be like, who the fuck's going to make me, motherfucker? But if you get a girl to do it, like, sorry, can you turn the music? He'll be like, oh, okay, baby.
Why don't you come in and dance with me?
Again, perhaps that's the obliviousness there, but yeah, it's the.
Well, that's how I pick up girls. I just crank my music, wait for a girl to dance with me.
I'll turn it down if you give me a dance.
It won't have to be so loud if you're in here.
Well, that's what alcohol. They did a study that alcohol, in fact, you're like, oh, I'm such an asshole, and I'm sorry to say this, but it has happened with everyone. Is that alcohol just reduces your reason to care. Yeah, you would do these things normally if you didn't have your own like filter.
That's totally
filter
true.
On. It
makes you uninhibited.
Uninhibited. Yeah. That's right.
Because it's not like I'm more confident on alcohol. It's like I just stop caring.
You just stop.
Like
caring.
I'll go up to people, just talk, and it always turns out better. Well, that's why it's such a camaraderie.
It reduces that little voice and the mental block and the logic and the
shyness
and the caring about what other people think. It just shuts that right off, and you just that other part of the brain, and it's like clogging up that road that tells you, ooh, this is a bad idea.
That's why you wake up in some wrong places.
Because you're like, you don't care, and you're like, this is good, I'm good. Let's do this. like living in the moment. It is indeed. Alcohol is living in the moment only for yourself.
Yeah. Well, unless not even that, because like
as a reaction, but like you could like forcefully say like start like thinking about things and trying to like, but it's.
Well, yeah, it just makes you more open, right? Like the other day I went out to craft with like Calvin and like Timbo and shit, and I met up with a girl that used to work with my mom, and she's just kind of like a casual acquaintance of mine. But like
she was saying about. Yes.
Okay. Well, like she was saying that like she's single and everything like that.
Yes, that's right.
And I was like, and she was like saying that she liked the guy over across the bar, and how she kind of thought that he was her type, but she thought he was too young and stuff. And by the end of the night, I got drunk and I was just like, oh, I'm gonna go talk to that guy. And I went over and talked to that dude. I didn't know him at all, and I was just like, oh, my friend thinks that you're hot, and she thinks you're too young. So how old are you, motherfucker? And I like, this complete strangers came up to him, chatted him up, and I was like, and those two actually, went home together, and I was like the awesome wingman that night, just because I wasn't shy enough to go up to some random dude and ask him how old he was. So it's not just a selfish thing. It's more of a social thing.
Yeah, definitely. Social lubricant, man.
But I see what you mean, where it's just like you don't give a fuck about what people think about you.
Yeah, you don't have that analysis that you do before you do perform anything.
Mine's pretty limited anyways.
Some people it is. Some people are a lot more inside their heads and think about all the possible...
Oh shit. I'm like done this beer.
Yeah.
So I brought more.
But I won't be going camping tonight.
And one thing about that is that I feel bad for like trying to corrupt innocent souls and shit. But I like how I'm like, no one's innocent.
No one's innocent.
But people like Thomas and fucking like Andrew and stuff, people that don't drink, are very conservative in how they conduct themselves, and
which I totally respect.
Yeah, it's fine, but at the same time, I'm kind of like, I feel like they might be happy with that, but I feel like they need to at least try and break out of their shell, see if...
You're only on this planet for so long, you need to at least try things.
But it's like, what makes you happy?
Perhaps.
Like me, like socializing for me makes me happy, so I don't know like if it's different in other people's shoes. Like not everyone's like me.
Yeah, and that's the thing, it's hard for people like us to understand why people would be more comfortable not talking to anyone for like 5 days or something.
And maybe they just don't have the right medicine yet. Maybe they have not received the right.
I know, and that's a common,
But then maybe this might be a gateway, and like they've just been like, and then all of a sudden they start becoming alcoholics. They're like, well, actually, okay. So I have a story which is very similar to this gateway, where
is it sad?
We'll
continue.
So, I was roommate with a Chinese fellow computer science programmer, shy with girls. It was during a co-op, and
sounds like a stereotype.
Yeah. Oh, and it certainly hold true. And then we got him. We took him to the strip club, first time. Well,
that's trouble.
Well, we certainly made it became an addiction for him.
What,
strip club or drink?
Strip club.
Strip
Strip club. So he would go almost every night, I believe, pretty much.
That's expensive.
And he became very well known with them, and it became an obsession because he like the attention, the admiration, and it really related him in that it destroyed his views.
What did you do?
Of how his of relationship.
You monster.
Of relationships and jealousy.
Jealousy.
So,
when other people would go with his strippers?
Potentially, yeah.
Jesus Christ.
It went from one extreme to the other. Like it went from super shyness to wow. look at all this attention. This attention is genuine. This is a real relationship.
I wouldn't say it was genuine.
No, absolutely not. But nevertheless, it was convincing enough. Very convincing, and that's their job, and that's how they make you feel. It's just when you leave, then you're like, oh no, that's when that fantasy stops.
Yeah.
But potentially it could continue. So that's the similar scenario of like introducing them.
What happened to him?
Yeah. Is there an end to this story? Do we want to hear
well,
it?
it's just that I haven't talked to him for some time. Last time there was some drama.
Have you heard of Robert Picton?
There was some drama with some relationships that I really certainly couldn't help or add any insight to. And I haven't talked to him unfortunately since. So I hope that he's doing better and he's saving his money, and that perhaps he's in a relationship where jealousy and strippers aren't included.
Sounds like you created a monster.
Yeah, well, that's what I say is that I agree. Like introducing and trying everything once is certainly a good thing, but it could. But it could turn out bad. So perhaps these people who don't drink, it might be for the best good. Maybe it isn't worth going down that road of experimentation.
Yeah, but I respect people that have like kind of tried it and like kind of go, yeah, I don't like it or something, or people that gave it up for a bad experience or something like that. That's good. But I'm not saying it's like you need to try something to know that it's bad. So. I don't know. I'm kind of half and half on that.
Well, it's for you. I mean, for that person, it might be good, but for me, it might be bad. But I don't know that yet. And if I do find out, and it is bad, it could be really bad. And then it's like, so it's a tough call. Because I'm always like, I gotta try new things. Always try new things. Yeah. Oh, new thing on the menu, try it. New bag of chips, try it. New drink, try it. You know, always try new things because there's so much in this world to try, and you got to give it a go. But you know, there are those negative aspects of...
And you don't know their circumstances, too, because, like, they might have an alcoholic in the family. Or something like that, where they just don't want to. They've seen the destruction. It's like, it's not worth it to them. Because, I mean, like, I love drinking, but then at times I just get so sick of getting, like, absolutely hammered. I mean, university students, so it's just, like, blacking out, like, a couple times a week. And
your eyes get so red.
Yeah, my eyes are red right now, actually.
I like the nice, like, a casual position you have with that mannequin there. You like, I'll just rest my elbow in between.
Am I tickling her? Maybe move her away.
You're kind of like covering all bases with one arm.
That's right. I'm just a switch hitter here.
Freaking stop short. Yeah.
But going back to strip clubs, like I find, like. I don't know, like, it's a very, and this is what women, I find, don't understand. They're like, oh, you guys perverts, and you want to use strip club, Like, I'm just like, what do you think that we do there? Like, we're not just going there to, like, be pervy and shit. If anything, it's just kind of like, for me, it's like literally just going to a cool bar that instead of, like, artwork on the walls, there's naked ladies, and that's it. And it's that little added element of, like, kind of coolness, and it's just, like, fun, but... I think that they think that we're just like going there to like, I don't know, jack off or something like that. And it's not that, and like also like lap dances, I fucking hate. Because...
Well, in Alberta too.
Well, I haven't had that yet. I've been to a strip club here.
No touching. Yeah, no touching.
Well, you can't touch in most civilized places.
Quebec. They get all up on you.
Wealth.
But I don't know.
That's exactly what I just said. But yeah, man. But that's exactly it. You're paying like $50 or more, and I don't know. It's better to just go have sex with a girl.
Like some people, that isn't an option. That's one of my arguments for that prostitution should be regulated and legal because. What did I say?
You said prostitution.
I heard prostitution.
Solicitation of prostitution. Prostitution. Is that it? Like there's Penn and Teller's bullshit in the fact that one, you're protecting those
the workers,
yeah. And two, not everyone is good looking. Not everyone, but they do have money. So, you know, why deny them that pleasure? Like, oh, I can't go out to a bar and pick you up. You especially can't pick you up.
Coding's easy, especially you.
Give me 2.5 beers.
Exactly.
I won't remember this tomorrow.
Just because of that attraction.
But cozying up the cozy.
Well, yeah. This is only as to illustrate my point.
Little.
but to see that not everyone has that quality, but they do have the quality of money, and that should be fine if of course the other party is consensual to that.
Yeah.
I agree. There should be that like sort of form of an outlet, or I don't know, because
otherwise the opposite happens is that they steal it. I'll say.
Yeah. True.
And that isn't. Very good.
That's not good. Like that's why some people complain about internet porn and stuff like that, and I'm just like, internet porn is saving marriages. It's probably
if that's what's saving marriages potentially, then there is more wrong that needs to be explored.
Well, there's
that shouldn't be the sole point.
Not necessarily, because it's like men, maybe humans, but especially men are not monogamous by nature, right? So. So there's always going to be that like lust for something different, right?
Yeah.
You guys having a moment?
How's that ring on the finger?
Sorry, I'll take it off. Did I hook you in the hair? Yeah.
But I think that that sort of like lust for a change of flavor can be satisfied by something as simple as watching porn. And that can that can prevent, in like mild cases, guys going out and sleeping with someone else.
Yeah.
So that's saved marriage as far as I'm concerned.
Yeah.
But it's the same deal as like the strip club guy, right? You have your worst cases.
Yes.
Where some people will go down that road and like not care about their wives anymore because they care about their.
They live in the fantasy.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's more fun. No one gets hurt. No one gets hurt in a fantasy.
Except the people in the real world that suffer from it.
The RL.
The girlfriends of the WoW players.
Yeah. Yeah. Always straddling the line of, one extreme or the other.
Good word.
And
I suppose it comes
alcohol
down to
certainly blasts through that line.
Yeah. It's the key of all things in moderation, right?
Yeah. Except for alcohol.
Yeah.
Fuck it.
Like you said, you get sick of getting pissed drunk all the time.
Well, yeah. Sometimes it's like the way I act, because like as you were saying, like going camping, because I went camping in a Soyuz. There's a gorgeous girl.
I'm always gonna go there next weekend.
It's awesome.
Right but it's booked.
Oh yeah.
And I heard all the campgrounds suck.
It'd be so hot there.
It is like roasting. Go. There's a ranch. What is it called? There's a ranch just probably like 10 minutes from the city. No one's there. No one, like we had the whole place to ourselves, and it worked out. There was 14 of us, and it was worked out to $12 or $7 a day.
Jesus, I want to come on some of your camping trips. Sounds like you have a good time.
Yeah, they're sweet.
How many people do you have?
Tonight there's gonna be about a dozen, and in a Soyuz is about 14.
We should split.
And then last week there's probably about 6 or 8.
What?
It really depends. Like, it's funny, because last week I only see these people like once a year. Like, I get along with them.
The camping group.
But it's just like, it's just like they're awesome people. But it's just like one of those things where everyone gets together. Like, everyone's back in town in Calgary because a lot of people go to school elsewhere.
Sure.
It's like, okay, it's this girl's birthday, so let's just go meet there. And
well, that's a sign of good friends where it's like.
Well, then you always have something to talk about because it's been a while.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Well, and I've only known them for probably 3 years, like if that. But it's like
so you've hung out thrice.
Yeah,
it's like your summer camp.
Yeah, it really is. It really is. I like it.
Oh, second one. I gotta bring more beers next time. Jesus.
Yeah, I wish I could stay longer. I could do this until just drink.
Yeah, I suppose we're getting close to the end. It's been like 40 minutes.
Yeah.
I was only gonna do half an hour today.
But you can edit it down, maybe cut some things.
Yeah.
Because we know how much you love editing.
I do, actually.
Lies!
No, I do. I make my snowboard videos and all that sort of shit.
No, he hates it.
I do it as a hobby.
He's compelled to do it.
It's kind of about why I'm doing this. Anyways.
But do you want to wrap it up?
I guess.
Yeah. I think we've covered some things. Vegans, prostitution.
Yeah, we started on some shit. We went down
alcoholism.
Went down some dark roads.
I was gonna watch this?
I don't know.
Soybeans.
Probably nobody.
Last week was like, oh, let's talk about Dark Knight, like it's fun movies and shit.
Yeah, then we ended up like
just
on
the trenches.
divorce and
Movies that make us cry.
Hey, it's probably cheaper.
We got a lot of shit on our chest, man.
I
cheaper
guess.
than therapy.
It's cheaper than therapy.
This could be like the
I vent
emo
better
cast.
in groups. I vent better in groups.
Maybe that's what this could be. It's like our group therapy sessions just happen
That everyone can enjoy.
Because we're narcissists.
You bleep out all our names.
You create monsters.
Yes.
Just put like fuzz faces, like what's that? Blur out our faces.
We'd be like, my name is.
Yeah.
I think that was good getting over some political things. But I think next week we should bring topics.
Whatever. If we
It was
bring
good,
topics,
it was
we're
good.
gonna go off
I
it
enjoyed this.
anyway.
Yeah. Oh yeah. I enjoyed this. I enjoyed it.
Short socks and jeans.
I always have short socks.
Can we just get past it?
I know.
It's
I was
What if you're wearing?
it looks goofy.
But
it's
what if you're wearing
I
like
don't
boots
think
or
that
something
was
like that? Short socks are fun. Your socks have to be a little bit higher than your shoes.
Little bit higher.
It depends on.
you don't think short socks and jeans look weird?
No.
Well,
down with
it's 'cause
those
your
shoes.
jeans are like up here, like.
But that's
they're
not.
They're rising up.
This that you walk around on your heels.
Yeah, that's. Why?
You're wrecking your shoes.
You're wrecking your shoes. You're wrecking your feet.
I'm lazy.
It's
like everything's a slipper. Everything's a
Well, that's the thing.
slipper.
Just, if you want that, buy slippers.
With such fine craftsmanship, you can't find a slipper like that.
You're insulting the craftsman.
That's right. I'll invent shoes, all in the form of slippers. Classic black, shiny shoes in slipper form.
Have you gone downstairs in those?
Science back.
They're murderers. Like they will kill you.
I keep always a conscious effort.
Are there
I'm
stairs
like
in
2
Alberta? There's no buildings here higher than like 5 stories. So I guess
it only takes 6 stairs to kill you.
I think that's there's a story behind there.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay, yeah. So I guess we'll wrap it up. You can go camping with all your fun friends. I'll go back to
I'm
my
gonna bring
mom's
her.
She
Bring your friend.
keep me warm.
You can fuck her arm sockets because that's the only orifice.
It's like keyhole shaped and it's rusty.
Oh,
Just how you like
Double up.
yeah. What is? You want to get
You're
tetanus
gonna
as an
have
STD?
Yeah, you're gonna have to edit that out.
Sweet Jared.